Hi, I am the Nancy Drew Fan 1, and I am playing Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake. This is part 11. That's 2 ones. We will now begin to finish reading the journal. What happens? Oh wait, we already at this page. Alright, let's go to the next page, shall we? Joe Akers? Emily said Jeff Akers' father was named Joe. Maybe Jeff is related to William Akers after all. On the map with a big I for Iggy, because that's the place he always leads me to. I was so busy digging last Tuesday night that I almost wasn't there when my son was born. We're calling him Joe. His big sister is real happy. She says baby Joe is just like the dolly she's always wanted, but we can never afford to get her. Truth is, we can't really afford Joe neither. I keep writing to Mickey, asking him to please tell me straight out where the gold is, but he never writes back. I'll just have to keep digging. Leavenworth Prison, Leavenworth, 48, Kansas. Don't know what that means. September 9th, 1935. Now I spend all my free time digging in the woods. I dig around everything that could be a landmark. Logs, rocks, tree stumps, but I never find nothing. Plus I keep getting lost. The paths look so much alike, especially at night, that I spend most of my time trying to figure out where I am. So last Sunday, I memorized the way to the cemetery. It's L-R-R-L-L-R-L-L-R-L-L-R-L-L-R-L. February 11th, 1939. Even though Mickey never allowed the dogs in the speakeasy or the tunnels, I've been looking there for the gold, because I looked everywhere else I can think of and got nowhere. Last week, I found out that Mickey changed the passcode to the spigots in the speakeasy. This got my hopes up, because the... Hold on for a second, sorry. Way I figured it, why would Mickey change the code without telling me, unless he was hiding something? But when I finally figured out the new code, I didn't find nothing in the tunnel that opened up that wasn't there before. Why Mickey spent all that money on pictures of those dogs of his, I'll never understand. March 2nd, 1942. I give up. Mickey's dead, and so are all his dogs. I'll never find the gold. I got a good job offer over in Harrisburg, and I'm gonna take it. Little Joe and Sarah deserve a better life than they've gotten so far. And it's high time Callie got a nice house and a husband who doesn't spend all his time chasing after something he can't find. But I'm leaving this journal here, because who knows? Maybe someday I'll suddenly remember something Mickey said, and it'll finally hit me where he hid the gold. Maybe I'll come back here and find it after all. But in the meantime, I got my family. They're what's important. They're treasure enough. The dogs will lead the way. I wonder what that means. Let's see, let's look around here. Here's the eye, which marks where Iggy is. Oh, there's some islands and some bushes. Look at all the grounds, that's all nice. Let's see, how do I close this book? Won't let me close it over here, so I guess I'll just have to flip back throughout all the pages. Flip, 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 close. Alright, now let us check our PDA, Personal Data Assistant. Let's see what's new. So we just got what was in the safe, so we can cross that off. Now we need to check with Ranger Akers and see if Vivian sent a key, ask Jeff Akers about William Akers, and William Akers has something job, and William Akers wants someone to sell his property, William Akers will. So we'll never found it, and something about Malone's map. Let's check with Ranger Akers and see if Vivian sent the key. That seems like the reasonable thing to do next. Squeak, squeak. It is daytime, right? Ah, yes, daytime. Not a very pretty day, seems very cloudy. I want more sunshine. That's the morning music. You'll hear it when you're actually playing the game. I'm not very good at singing it, but it's beautiful music. Alright, so here we are at the ranger station. A package just arrived for you from Las Vegas. Great! Vivian sent me the key. I'll dispose of the package. Wouldn't we want to break any littering laws, would we? What do you know about a man named Joe Akers? Why do you ask? I understand he used to be the deputy here. So, according to Emily Griffin, Deputy Joe Akers was your father, and according to the journal I found, William Akers' son was named Joe. Another coincidence? Alright. William Akers was my grandfather. Why didn't you tell me that before? It's not exactly something I'm proud of. My father spent his whole life trying to make people forget what my grandfather was, and trying to make sure people who didn't know what he was never found out. I've been doing the same thing. What did William Akers do after Malone was arrested? I'm afraid you're going to have to excuse me, Miss Drew. In case you've forgotten, I'm a very busy man. Jeez, don't have to get so angry about it. Alright, let's put the key into that tombstone of the federal agent who has it out for Mickey Malone. Does anyone know who it is? If you don't, the answer is in the envelopes, which we figured out the puzzle to in the last game. But let's go over to the cemetery and find out, shall we? So we got the key. So obviously it has to be a tombstone with a keyhole in it. So the memorized directions will come in much handiness here. Right, left, left, right, left, left, right, right, left, right, right, left. Alright. Waldo Matthias was the answer. Can you see the keyhole? Click. Oh dear. It didn't open. Something must be wrong. What could be wrong? Click. What do I do now? Oh, that's a good idea, Nancy. Let's call Vivian. Because the tomb key didn't open a passage to the speakeasy. I want that speakeasy. Oops, turned the wrong direction. Hello, tree branches. It's nice to meet you. Okay, so let's go ahead and go call Vivian. Oh, Vivian. She is an eccentric character. Alright, get my voice ready.
Hello?
Is this Vivian?
No, this is Eustacia Andropoff. Vivian is fixing snacks in the kitchen.
Oh my gosh, Eustacia Andropoff? Henry Houdini's cousin? You there, Owen, like I showed you. No, Eustacia, wait, it's Nancy Drew. I talked to you on the phone a couple of months ago, just after a friend of mine was kidnapped in St. Louis. I asked you questions about the theater where the kidnapping took place, the Royal Palladium, remember?
Nancy Drew, the Snoopy one. The one not dead yet?
No.
Most people, I talked to them one day. Next day they are dead. It is an old age thing. Oh, stop being so morbid. Here, have some Clinton.
Hello, Nancy? So you know Eustacia, huh? Small world. Well, what's up? William Akers, the guy you call Willie, he wrote about looking for the gold that Malone had supposedly buried on his property at Moon Lake. Do you know anything about that? The hole in the floor gold hatched. Well, I'll be darned. So it's true, he did bury gold on his property? Truth be told, when Mickey told me he was the one who pulled off that heist and that he buried 20 gold bars at Moon Lake, I didn't believe him. I thought he was making it up. See, Mickey and I were on the outs by then. I thought he was just trying to entice me to come back. But if he told Willie the same thing, maybe there's something to the story after all. Do you have any idea where he might have hidden it? Afraid not. Mickey was so secretive that the men who completed his house at Moon Lake were not only forbidden to talk about the work they'd done, but they were ordered to leave the state for good, or else. But you know, I think he mentioned a map. Yes, He said he was making a treasure map, and that the dogs, something about those dogs of his, the dogs will lead the way. He was always saying that. In fact, I'm pretty sure he had it engraved on his tombstone. Think, Viv, think. He said he was making a treasure map, and that he was also having paintings done of each dog. He made it sound like one thing had something to do with the other, like he was giving me some big important clue. But I just figured he was playing games, trying to lure me back with mystery and intrigue. I told him to buzz off. Maybe I shouldn't have. Did he say what he was going to do with the paintings? He said he was going to hang them in the speakeasy, and I'm sure that's precisely what he did. Can you remember anything about Malone's dogs that might suggest where he hid the gold? I stayed away from his dogs. They made me nervous, always jumping around, barking at this or that. The only one I liked was... oh, what was his name? Iggy. I liked Iggy because he was nice and quiet. He just lay on the porch all day and didn't make a peep. I got the key you sent me. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. There's just one thing. It doesn't seem to work. Oh, where is my brain? The key unlocks the letters of the inscription. Just dial in the password and you'll be set. There's just one more thing. You don't know the password. I'm sorry. Your station and I have been playing canasta all day, and I guess feeding her all those times took more out of my brain than I thought. Next game, I win. Next game, loser pays for pizza. Well, get out your wallet, sister, because you're going down. So, where were we? Oh, yeah, the password of... let's see, it was the name of that federal agent. His first name. Waldo? No, not his real first name. What Mickey was always calling him. Baldo! That was it, Baldo. I always thought it was mean to call him that, especially since Mickey was starting to get a little spice on top himself. So I just turned the letters until they spell Baldo? Yes, dear, but like almost everything else in life, it's trickier than it sounds. And I shall henceforth end my video. Oh wait, one more question. Are there any other tricks to getting into Speakeasy that I should know? I suppose it's only fair to warn you about the tunnels, and the doors, and the dead ends. Tunnels? You mean there's more than one way to get to the Speakeasy from the cemetery? Mickey had his men dig a bunch of tunnels between the Speakeasy and the cemetery with hidden doors that open when other doors close, and lots of dead ends, so that if the Speakeasy was ever raided, his guests could hide from the police. I was always terrified of getting lost, but you're a plucky girl. I'm sure you'll be fine. It's been fun talking to you. 23 skidoo kiddo. Alright, thanks for watching.